I have a new album that I'd like to share with you today. It's Graphic 45's A Lady's Diary collection. And again, I like to change up the look of my album, not only the styles, but I like for them to look different each time I make one. So I'm always looking for different ideas, and this is what I came up with this time. I have a lace trim over here, and then another black, I don't know, I guess you'd call that like a braided trim. Let me zoom down there a little closer so you can see. So that's what it is. I guess you'd call it braided. I have one of the larger pieces of chipboard with this pretty lady on it, all dressed in blue. Well, a type of blue, a teal, I suppose. And then on each side, I had this chipboard that I heat embossed in black. And I did trim her on the outer edges. I did that first with bling to add a little sparkle to everything, because I knew with this front paper that I chose, I knew it wasn't going to be, you know, a real flashy cover. I wanted something a little more subdued and not so full. I guess I rotate out. I like something, you know, really full and a lot of color, and well, usually I strive for color, but with this particular one, when I had chosen these pieces and decided to heat emboss them, I knew I was excuse me, I knew I wasn't going to have a lot of room for additional color. I did put this piece of chipboard that comes with the collection as well down at the bottom, and so this is mounted on top. And over here I have one of the papers from the collection, and I heat embossed the title on it. It's called Treasures, as you can see. I do have a few little flowers. I love these little teal flowers here, and some pink with slightly yellowish gold in it to go with this paper. Excuse me, this paper, and a lot of the papers that are inside. And then I have the little white rosebuds over here to the side, and I carried this same flower collection colors over to this side. Then the spine has this black crocodile, I guess, or I guess that's what it's called. Faux paper. It's not real, it's faux. And then on the back I carried the white lace and the same black trim over here, and I put a piece of chipboard down here that says I promise to. It's from the collection, and it matched the colors on the front of the album, so I thought it was a good place. Plus it had a few little lines there, so if you want to journal something, you can. So let's go on into the inside. And what I have here is I made 4 additional mats. Now these, I have squared corners, and they're just plain on the back. So if you wanted to put a photo back there, you don't have to feel guilty about covering up a paper. Although, you know, really, that's why I put these prettier papers, you know, the paper collections, instead of so much black just everywhere. I put it here, and I want you to use it as a, by the time you crop a photo and put it on there, then you've got a nice decorative border, and it's just, you know, it's all set for you. It's all done. So, and here I have a punched scallop border. It has little tiny diamond-shaped holes in there. And here's a strip from the collection with all these beautiful ladies on there. It just happened to fit that with the stamps decoration, that it was just the right size for my pocket here. Over here then I've carried over the same scallop border. As you can see, it's a craft album, but I laid black on the top of that so that you know, it would give it, well, it's just an additional border, and I thought it looked nice, so that's what I did there. Wrong way. I'll show you that. That's a piece of chipboard, and I put a little bling there. It happened to match real well. It was the same tans and pinks and blues. And here's whoops, let me zoom that back out a little bit so you can see. Here's the mat for a photo, and then I made this. You should be able to, for the most part, you should be able to slip a photo, because I just glued the outer edge. That's why I made a wider a wider border on these, so that I had a place to put my flower. And so you can crop a photo, or you know, only do your journaling over so far. And I tried to make the flowers extra pretty for you. The back, I did put another piece of coordinating cardstock on there. It's kind of it's a really light off-white, and I didn't put any collection papers back there because I still wanted to give you the opportunity to have, you know, a border for your photos. So the backs of all of these are the same, but I'll show you as we go along. Here's the side pocket. Oh, by the way, this is these are all 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So you got room there for a border. These are 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So if you wanted to, that's room for a 5 by 7. You can put it in like that, but it is going to slide in the pocket vertically. Here is what I stamped on the front, because I have the whole stamp collection. And it says The Lady's Diary. So I put that stamp in there first. Then we have this side over here, again 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, with the light ivory or off-white there. Another piece of chipboard here, another piece there, and then this side has the 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 with the same background paper. Another flower that I tried to make especially pretty. Here's this large tag would accommodate a 5 by 7 photo, and I have a pretty lady back there. So there's still lots of room here to journal, or you can just cover her up with the photo. You know, it's completely up to you what you'd like to do and what your needs are. Over here is this tag. Here's a place for a photo. This accommodates a 4 by 6, and this side as well. I've got a piece of chipboard there, and a piece of chipboard up there. Over here I have this mat and another pretty flower. Hope you can see how that sparkle. I see it, so I'm hoping you can. The back is plain. I have to get a drink. Should have done that to begin with. My throat is dry. Here's your 5x7 mat. And I have another lady stamped back here. As you can see, like I said, all of the, this section here, the little pocket section, and the pages themselves, they're all layered twice. The second with it's the black on the craft cardstock. Here's another mat. Here's a large size for a photo. Here's some more chipboard. And I didn't put chipboard on her because she needed to just have that whole space to herself. But I gave her a flower. And she's got a pretty mat next to her. I love her. I think she's gorgeous. So here's a little sparkly, glittery flower. And the back, that's for a 4x6. Here's for your 5x7s or journaling or both. Here is a place that if you wanted a photo over here and you journal a little, maybe a date or a name or something in there, you could. Or use the whole thing for journaling. I have 6 pages in here. And they're all made similar with this pocket here. In the scallop border punch, and I tried on most of these pockets, inside pockets, I tried to put a piece of chipboard on there if it wasn't covering up the paper totally. So there's that 4x6. Here's this. Oh, I didn't show you the chipboard. There and there. Here's this mat with that pretty flower. The back side is plain. Oh, I don't know if I showed you those ladies. I like those. I thought they were really pretty. Went with this paper. And this side over here, as you can see, I tied that in. Here's the 5x7 size, and I put a stamp there with the boot, and the old style, the old-fashioned boots that they wore back in those days. Here's another 4x6 photo mat, and there's that piece of chipboard. Here's that one. Here's this mat. You can see that side. They all have, it's a good size for a photo. You have to crop it some. But if you have, whether it be vertical or horizontal, either way, it will work. And then you still have both sides of this as well. And then I put that colored flower here with that center and made it sparkly. Here's the 5x7 size. You can use it like that if you wish. And then I put the full-size lady here. I don't get a chance to use her very often, but it's such a beautiful stamp. So, and I love the script back behind her, so I had to put her in this album. I thought about not doing it, and then I thought, no, I'm going to use her because she is very pretty and most definitely a part of these papers, this collection. So she went in there, and then here's another 4x6, large space here. That chipboard piece, and I did put a piece of bling on the front of it. I didn't put it on all of the inside ones because it was just, I didn't want it to be so crowded that it wouldn't open up nicely for you, so I didn't put any in there. This is very much like the front inside cover with the same pocket and same papers. And then I have these mats. They're all black on the back. Here's this one. Tried to make them all, you know, a nice size. Wow, I just don't know what's, you know, got in my throat there just all of a sudden. As soon as I turn on my camera, it just, you know, started in on me. Didn't give me a chance. So there are those mats for different size photos that you can crop. And here again is the front. I'll turn it so you can see the embossing on there, and a close-up of those little flowers. It really couldn't have taken much more. You know, I thought that was plenty. I mean, there's bling, there's the flourishes that I made, and you know, this is a die cut that I made, and so I thought it was, you know, it's just enough. I wouldn't have wanted any more on there than that. It would have been too junky, you know. So I like for it to be relatively simple and tasteful, and I hope you'll find it to be tasteful as well. That's what I strive for anyway. So, thanks for stopping by. Come and see me on my YouTube channel. It's called Maddie's Scrapbooking, and stop in to see this album. I'll have it up for sale on eBay. Striving for tomorrow night, the 29th, and I hope you'll stop in and take a good peek. I'll have the video toward the top of the listing, and then down below I'll have still photos so that you'll get a good look at the close-ups. Have a great day and a great weekend. It's a holiday, it's the Memorial Day weekend, so have a great time. Bye-bye.